everyone. My name is Dr. Suresh. Thank you all for attending this live on smart snacking. Um, we are from eGlobal. eGlobal is a online platform offering consultation services from the top doctors across the world to people around the world. Um, I look after nutrition department and anyone who want a second opinion or a consultation from anyone from US, UK, anywhere we can reach out to us. And today's topic is smart snacking. Uh, there are four things that I wanted to discuss today. One is like what to snack. So before I tell you what to snack, so let me give you a context. So I was there in this college, nutrition college. They called me for a talk as a guest speaker. And at that time, another speaker, my fellow speaker is the retired director of NIN. So very influential. I mean, like NIN is like NHA or something like that, CDC in US. So we were sitting there on the podium and the first talk is by sir. And it was amazing. And after that, I'm supposed to talk. So it's about cancer nutrition. What kind of foods to eat to prevent cancer and what kind of foods to eat prevent yourself from getting cancer. So I made only 2 slides. So all the students were sitting over there in the entire auditorium is packed. I said, okay, eat this, don't eat this. And I am done with my presentation. Okay. Then students said, sir, you are testing us. What is next? Then the class went on for 1 hour. So whenever we say snacking, people from a dietitian, what they expect is, okay, eat this, don't eat this. And the holistic coaches, holistic nutrition coaches at eGlobal, we have a discussion like what to convey. And all the coaches, they have given different ideas. And so, see, information is free, knowledge is not. Okay. And wisdom comes with practice, applying that knowledge. So there are 3 different things. So what to eat and what not to eat is available everywhere. Everybody knows what is a healthy food. And say, for example, if you talk about pav bhaji or golgappa or mirchi bhaji in South, whatever it is, or a burger or a donut, okay, we know that some things are unhealthy. So today's topic, I don't want to make it a regular topic where, okay, eat these things, don't eat these things. Okay. So they are unhealthy, they have trans fats and they have refined carbohydrates. So I don't want to make it boring. So what to snack and what not to snack. Everybody knows. Okay, that's not the point. So that is the first thing that I would like to share with all of you. And the second thing is when to snack. Okay, so when to snack is a difficult thing. Say, for example, in Indian culture, and at least in West, some of the European countries and in US and all, they have their dinner very early. But in India, it has become very fashionable these days to eat their dinner late. So what happens? You have breakfast at 8:30 or 9 in the morning and have lunch at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. And from there, the problem starts. You see, most of them are working late hours and they come home by 9 and by the time they fresh up and they eat something, it is 10. So now look at the gap between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. There is an 8 hours gap. So what happens is at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., that's where most of the damage happens with the kind of snacks. because people go out and they want to have this aloo samosa or a burger or a pizza, have some tea or a smoke or something like that. So that is the danger zone. Okay. So this snacking at that time, um, that's where we are more concerned about, because it is not wrong to work, and I mean, like, we are all forced to work like that, but the timing of the snack. So if you are aware of that time, okay, this is where I'm doing the mistake. See, what happens is, you are not doing it for a day or two. It becomes a habit or a period of time, unless and otherwise you go out at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock from office, um, before leaving to home. uh, so you need something, because you had your lunch at 2 p.m. and obviously everyone feels hungry. And at that time, what happens? So that's where the third point comes. Why we snack? Okay, when to snack? So most of the people, they have snacks at this time, and all the things that we choose to have as snacks. Okay, that decision depends on so many factors. Okay, for example, yeah, you are there in the office, you are working since morning, and by the time it is 5, our mind gets exhausted, and we feel stressed out. So what happens is, our body craves for sugar. Craving for sugar means like instant energy. Okay, so we need something, um, for two purposes. One is to manage the stress, and second thing is instant gratification. Okay, so why we snack and all these things? I mean, why we have these soft drinks or tea, coffee, or whatever, pav bhaji that you are eating, comes from two factors. As I said earlier, that one is stress, and second thing is, like, obviously we are hungry. By the time we are supposed to have our dinner, I mean, like, if you look at the circadian rhythm is like, so our body is tuned to the natural cycle of life. I mean, like, from sunrise to sunset. So our body works in a certain way during daylight, and works another way when we are supposed to sleep. I mean, that's where, I mean, at a certain point of time, there are certain hormones that are released. For example, growth hormone gets released at a time, and melatonin, and all these things, they get released during night time. They are supposed to repair. But unfortunately, the culture has become in such a way that, so we are forced to work late night. Especially in India, it has become, uh, what do you call, it has become a social status kind of thing. The more late you eat, okay, the rich you feel. But so what happens at that time? Why we crave for that thing? As I said, stress. Say, for example, I'll give you a simple example. uh, why do people go for these chocolates or pastries or cupcakes or donuts, pizza, burger? It's not only the taste. Okay, so that gives you um, a kind of instant energy, right? So this takes me to the fourth point, the education part of it. When I say education, it's mean like the kind of programming that we all go through as a society. Say, for example, one celebrity comes and endorses a food product. Okay, for example, Michael Jackson, someone like that. okay, comes and says that, okay, unless and otherwise you drink this cola, your life is not cool. We agree to that. Okay, even in India, most of the celebrities, they tell us, okay, unless and otherwise you eat this chocolate, your life is gone. Okay, you are not going to have good days. Something like that. So here, the point is here, I mean, I'm not finding fault with those celebrities or the companies that make these products. Okay, the onus is on us. We are choosing, unless and otherwise we are not choosing, the company doesn't exist, they don't make those products, and there won't be any celebrities telling you what to eat and what not to eat. So this is where education comes, or the need for education makes a lot of sense. So we as holistic coaches, I mean, the only philosophy, I mean, like especially whether it is Dr. GC or Dr. Gansani, when I had them a call with them and we discussed, even our CEO and everyone, they said like, we want to do it in a different way. See, a dietitian means is not someone to tell you what to eat and what not to eat, but to change the habit. That's what we as a team at eGlobal do. So when it comes to this snacking, this education part, what happens here is, if we are choosing, you all know the story of Kodak or Nokia, something like that. Okay, because the consumers, they choose not to use them because something else has come up. If we as a society, we as human beings, and we as parents, and we as consumers choose to make right decisions about our snacks, okay, yeah, it tastes good. I mean, like kids, they ask for what, ice creams and chocolates. The question that we need to ask is why they are choosing, why they are not asking for a carrot or a fruit salad or an apple or a mango. Why? Because we as a parents, like, unable to understand what they are going through. See, these days, the kids and we as human beings and we as a culture are living in lot of stress, and the decisions that we make about our foods, okay, are influenced by so many factors. Okay, that is the reason why in eGlobal, the holistic nutrition department, when we talk to our clients and when we give an advice to a client, we don't just look at the food part, we look at the person as a whole. Because whatever you are thinking, you see a billboard and suddenly you say that, okay, unless and otherwise I buy this dress, okay, I'm not going to look cool. Unless and otherwise I buy this car or a TV or have this house, I'm not going to look cool. And if you look at kids, one thing that we need, learn from them is they're happy for no reason. If we spend time with them, we don't have to buy them candies or cookies or anything like that. They'll come and play with you. They are not stressed out. But it is an easy decision for us, okay? To calm down a kid, we give this. And we as adults are also doing the same thing. Okay, everyone is going over there to that cafe and having this mocho or whatever. Okay, so we are programmed in that way. So the whole concept of eGlobal and the whole concept of holistic nutrition is all about this, changing the programming of our mindset. Very simple, because we consume not only through our food, and we get nourishment not only through our food, but from so many factors. You are consuming, for example, this OTT, okay, or you are consuming TV, you are consuming the social life, and from everywhere you are receiving information, and everything is acting on your body. It is changing your hormones, it is changing your physiology, and everything is affecting. Just by changing your food is not going to make a lot of difference. Yes, it is important. So for that, as I said, information is available. Coming back to my first point, okay, eat this, don't eat this. Very simple thing. Okay, we all have Quran or Bible or Bhagavad Gita at our home. And how many of us have become Prophet Muhammad or Sri Krishna? No, right? So it takes certain practice. It takes certain kind of what do you say, training. Once you start doing that, and it is not difficult. Even if you take Tiger Woods or Roger Federer, they do have coaches going all the way, because we also now as a society, especially at this time, because when eGlobal has started this department, and their aim is to make, especially one of the doctors, he's saying like, okay, Suresh, we need to help people get out of medication. So what we can do, that was the discussion. So medication is important. I am not finding fault. I am myself as a doctor. Okay, it is not nothing wrong with medication. It is nothing wrong with the food companies. It is like, do we have that ability? Say, for example, I eat a lot. I mean, looking at my size, probably most of you are thinking that I don't eat a lot, but I eat a lot. But the thing is, if I think that, okay, and I can also run 21 kilometers, that too on barefoot. Okay, so do I deserve this? Just because you have money to afford, that doesn't give you a right to eat anything you want. Okay, it's not about affordability in financial terms. Okay, just because I can buy anything for my kid, that is not, that should not be the criteria to make a decision about the food. Okay, when it comes to snacks, why we are eating this? Is it making me any good? There is nothing wrong. Say, for example, the last point, I am sorry, I took almost like 20 minutes. Really sorry. Last 1 minute. Say, for example, you go to your grandma's place. They cook something and you eat. Nothing happens to your body. Why? Because you are so happy. So that mind, that state of mind, and the way your grandma or your mother, the same rice and dal or paratha and um, curry that you make, and your mom makes it. There is a difference between, I mean, there is a difference in taste. Why is it happening? Because there is a lot of emotion involved. Human beings are emotional beings, and emotions control our hormones. So that's where the physiology and all these things, when we are stressed out and when we try to live for the society who doesn't care for us, we try to impress them and we try to do so many things. That is the reason why all these snacks and all these things are coming up. So if we are able to make that, what do you say, that discerning decision about the food choices that we make, there is a lot that can happen. Human body is not a machine. Okay, um, but it is a wonderful system if you know how it works, and if you have a coach, so to tell you or to train you what to eat and when to eat and how to eat and how the food gets processed in the body, so it can do amazing things. Okay, thank you all for your time. Namaste.